What's up guys, Flashfire here. Today I'm bringing you another team building video. As you can see, we are building with Mega Charizrard Y today. Now before we get started, if you can, leave a like right down below this video. I want to see if we can get this to 30 likes. If we can, I'll leave a paste bin file of the team in the description so you guys can copy and paste it into Showdown and play with it. And hopefully this is going to be a really fun team that is quite competitive. So that's the plan there. I did ask you guys on one of the battles of last week if you wanted to see me build with this or Mega Sizzle. You guys chose this. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to put a straw poll down in the description. I want you guys to vote on which Mega I should build with next week. The options are going to be Mega Sizzle or Mega Tyranitar. So go and vote in that straw poll if you want to have a say in which Mega I build with next week. And yeah, that's all the admin out of the way. We're gonna get into the team builders. So Mega Charizrard Y. Absolutely incredible wall breaker. Basically, because it gets drought, sets up the sun when it megas. Fire Blast is so good. It's unbelievable because it's what 120 base power, 110 base power normally, and then you get an extra 50% power because you're fire type. It's stab. You get another 50% power because you're in the sun. And look at that special attack. 159 base special attack is huge. So basically, the idea with this is to break through all of your opponent's kind of walls and stuff. This is a wall breaker. I think I said that already. But basically, you just want to Mega Evolve and throw Fire Blasts out as much as you can. Solar Beam and Focus Blast are there for coverage. Focus Blast will 2-hit KO Heatran, so if you can predict it switch in and Focus Blast, as long as you land all your Focus Blasts, you can get rid of Heatran really nicely, so that's cool. And then Solar Beam is basically just there to hit, like, Azumarill and Rotom, pretty much. That's basically it. Azumarill, Rotom, and maybe Manaphy. That's about it. So that's those moves. Roost is there as well because I didn't really feel like having Ancient Power added kind of valuable coverage. I feel like Roost is definitely better. And also this thing, because it gets a buff to special defense, it actually lives a Life Orb Draco from a Latias or a Latios even. So if they switch an Latias on you, you're at full health, you can just click Roost and just stall them out, and it's great. So that's what Roost there for. It also just gives you some nice recovery because this thing just wants to hit stuff as much as possible. So that's what we've gone for there. We've just gone for timid max speed because why not, you know? So that's our Charizard, and then obviously because this is flying and fire type, so it's 4 times weak to rocks. We want to have something that can reliably remove the rocks at all times, because this does not want to switch in Stealth Rock ever. So we're gonna use a Latios today, and we're gonna give it a Choice Scarf because I have been using Choice Scarf Latios recently and really enjoying it. You're called Flyby. Get it? Like the airline? I'm hilarious. Anyway, so we're just gonna go for I think it's just really standard Latios moveset, but I found it to be really effective. So Draco Psyshock, Defog, and Trick, basically just because you can use Trick to cripple your opponent's walls, like Chansey and Chansey, Skarmory, all that kind of stuff. If you give it a Choice Scarf, it's basically just useless. It's just worthless. So having Trick there is great. Also, if you look at your opponent's team and you decide that this thing wrecks their face with the Choice Scarf, you leave the Choice Scarf on. This has really good sweeping potential with the Choice Scarf. Not even just sweeping, just like getting rid of stuff. Like you can ignore the fact that you'd speed tie with other Latis, you can ignore the fact that you'd speed tie with Gengar, all that kind of stuff. Lets you outspeed Scarf Lando, that kind of thing. It's just really nice to have the Choice Scarf on there if you don't need to swap it to anything. So that's the moveset on our Latias. I feel like it's a reliable set to run, I feel like. And it also checks electric and water types, which Charizard generally will have problems with. It has a lot of problems with electric moves, notably electric moves more than water moves, because obviously you're in the sun, water moves are halved in power, so they're not too much of a threat, but the electric moves this is a good check for. Also outspeeds all the quick electric types like your Manectrics and your Thunderuses and stuff with the Choice Scarf, so that's, you know, it's always a good time. So the next thing I'm going to be using is a Landorus, because Charizard's main weaknesses are electric and rock. Honestly, I mean, water is a thing as well. This checks water, but electric and rock are the main weaknesses that are going to be affecting it. Landorus takes rock type attacks really nicely, because you know most of those are physical, and he's intimidating and all that kind of stuff. So it's a great time. And this also gives us a really nice check to bird spam. Talonflame is quite a problem for this team. Just Brave Bird is a pain, man. So this gives us a nice check to that. We're actually going to run Choice Scarf on this as well. I know you wouldn't normally run double Scarf on a team, but I feel like it provides a nice bit of surprise. Like, if your opponent sees you're running Scarf Lando, they won't expect you to be running Scarf Lati as well. And if it comes to it and we don't want the choice items, we can always get rid of Latios's choice item. So it's not the end of the world. I think it works really nicely with surprise factor. I also think that it just works really well. Like, Lando T is a great offensive pivot. I love it. It threatens out a lot of the metagame and just forces switches and that kind of stuff. So it's great. I love it. So we're going to be running Earthquake, Stone Edge, U-Turn, and Knockoff because nothing else on the team has access to Knockoff, which kind of sucks. And yeah, other than that, it's a fairly standard moveset. We're going to be running this EV spread because that gives us enough speed to outspeed I think Mega Charizrard X after one Dragon Dance, and we just chuck the rest in defense because we want this to take hits as well as possible. Also, it gives us slightly less than max speed, which means that if we're in against another Choice Scarf Lando, we'll get a slow U-turn off, and we'll gain the Switch Initiative, which is just great all the time. I love that. Switch Initiative, all about it. Now, so that's our Lando. The next thing we want to run is... I put this on my last team. I absolutely love it. I'm going to be using Assault Vest Raikou because it has some really nice bulk. It gives us some more bird spam check because I am not about getting swept by a freaking Talonflame. I think this takes about 45% from a Talonflame. From a Brave Bird, sorry. And it will outspeed most variants of Talonflame, so the Flare Blitz isn't too much of an issue. We're going to run Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Hidden Power Ice, and where are you? Where are you, Hidden Power Ice? And I think Shadow Ball, just because coverage and stuff. And then I am going to go max special attack, max speed, because in the past I've run slightly less than max speed, and it's come back to bite me in the ass because Starmie is now in OU as well, and you see that a lot more often. So I'm a little bit worried about that. This is yellow, 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 yellow. Can I spell, please? There we go, Yellow Sacred. Okay, so that's our Raikou. It gives us a nice bird spam check, nice electric type check, nice, and it just takes special hits really well. This is going to be quite an offensive team. I would say that Lando and Raikou are really my defensive core, if you like, especially defensive more on the Raikou because of the Assault Vest, and physically defensive on the Lando because of Intimidate. And they provide a really nice kind of Volt Turn core, so you can get Switch Initiative off your opponent and all that kind of stuff. So that's great. I love that. Absolutely love that. And then this thing, my Charizard, it does really well against most of the tier. The only thing it really struggles with are special walls, like really bulky special walls. The only ones I can really think of are Sylveon and Chansey. Those give Charizard real problems. So what we're gonna do in order to deal with that is we're gonna run a Bishop, because Bishop will wreck Sylveon every time, and it can knock off the Eviolite on Chansey and stuff, and it's just a really threatening mon generally as well. You can switch it on Lando, Intimidate, all that kind of thing, and I just really like it. So we're gonna call this Red Ranger, and then we're gonna give it a really standard Bishop set. It's standard because it works, man. Like, it's so good. We're gonna go for Sucker Punch, Knockoff, Pursuit, and Ironhead. This is kind of our fairy killer, I guess. I mean, Charizard, a lot of the time, if you don't resist the Fire Blast, you're taking like 60 to 70%. So Charizard deals with so much of the tier. It's amazing. So anyway, the only real problem with Charizard is it's not very quick, which is nice. Which is why it's nice to have a fast Raikou, 2 Scarfers, all that kind of thing. But anyway, Red Ranger, just jolly, max attack, max speed. We want to outspeed all things and have fun and stuff. So yeah, that's why that's there. And then finally, the last poke on our team, what I wanted to run was a sweeper that has type coverage that complements Charizard. And what I came up with was Subcarmine Keldeo. Because, basically, the idea here being, you come in with Charizard, either way, like you set up with Keldeo early game, break through your opponent's walls, and then finish up with Charizard late game, or you open up with Charizard, break through your opponent's walls, and then finish up with Keldeo late game. They have complementary coverage. Keldeo hits on the physical and the special side, which is great. Deals with Chansey nicely, which Charizard has a problem with. Deals with nice bulky ground types really well that Charizard has a problem with. It deals with Heatran consistently. Just deals with bulky mons, and I love it. Subcomine Keldeo put in so much work on our Mega Charizard X team. I thought it should come back with the Mega Charizard Y team. Obviously, you have to use it out of the sun, because otherwise your Scald's going to be doing nothing. But hey, Secret Sword is a thing, right? So you're fine. Anyway, Sub, Calm Mind, Scald, and Secret Sword. Not Secret Power. Oh god, please. Never Secret Power. Secret Sword, here we go. And then just max special attack and max speed. And that's gonna be our team, I think. Oh god, I misclicked. Hello. Okay. Yep. And that's gonna be our team, I think. That's everything I wanted to cover. Obviously, this team doesn't have a Stealth Rock user, which is the main thing that I'm seeing being a problem. I have tested this team a bit. It seems to be working quite well. If you guys have any suggestions for changing the team and all of that kind of stuff, leave them in the comments down below. I want to see how you guys think I can improve it, and I'll definitely apply that in the battles. Battles will be uploaded over the next couple of days. And yeah, remember to vote in the straw poll on which Mega you want to see me build with next, and I will see you in the next one.